There is a moment in every man's life that changes everything. It's quiet, it's invisible, and yet it transforms the entire dynamic between him and the woman he desires. That moment is when he stops needing her approval. Most men never reach that moment. Instead, they chase validation like it's oxygen. They analyze every text. They wait for replies like their worth depends on it. They adjust their personality, their opinions, even their boundaries just to keep her interested. But here's the truth that few are willing to hear. The more you seek approval, the less attractive you become. Because approval seeking communicates something powerful without you saying a single word. It signals uncertainty. It signals dependency. It tells her that your sense of worth is tied to how she feels about you in that moment. And attraction cannot grow in that environment. Psychology tells us that humans value what feels rare, stable, and self-sufficient. When a man constantly tries to impress, he unknowingly places the woman above himself. The balance shifts, the mystery disappears, the challenge fades, and without challenge, attraction slowly dies. But something fascinating happens when a man reaches emotional independence, when he stops trying to impress, when he stops chasing approval, when he stops shaping himself just to be liked. He becomes magnetic, not because he's pretending not to care, not because he's playing games, but because he genuinely understands that his value doesn't rise or fall based on someone else's opinion. He walks into conversations with calm confidence. He expresses his thoughts without fear of disagreement. He doesn't rush to reply. He doesn't panic when she pulls away, and that shift creates a psychological trigger that many people underestimate: scarcity. When approval is always available, it becomes ordinary. But when it's not freely handed out, it becomes valuable. When you no longer chase her validation, she begins to wonder something powerful. Why isn't he trying to impress me? And curiosity is the birthplace of attraction. She starts paying closer attention to you. She begins analyzing your behavior the same way you once analyzed hers. She notices that you're focused on your life, your purpose, your direction, and suddenly the dynamic changes because confidence is silent power. It doesn't beg, it doesn't chase, it doesn't prove. It simply exists. Women are naturally drawn to emotional stability. When a man is grounded in who he is, he becomes a safe psychological anchor. He isn't reactive, he isn't desperate, he isn't constantly seeking reassurance. And that emotional strength stands out in a world where most people are desperate to be liked. But let's make something clear. Stopping the need for approval doesn't mean becoming cold, arrogant, or dismissive. It means becoming secure. It means respecting yourself enough to walk away from situations where you feel undervalued. It means speaking honestly without fearing rejection. It means living a life that doesn't revolve around someone else's validation. And paradoxically, that is exactly what makes people value you more, because attraction thrives on authenticity and strength. When a man knows his worth, his energy shifts, his presence becomes calm and steady. His attention becomes selective rather than desperate, and people chase what feels meaningful. So the moment you stop needing her approval, something surprising happens. You stop trying to win her. And that's often the exact moment she starts trying to win you. Not because you manipulated the situation, not because you played games, but because you finally stepped into the most attractive state a person can have: self-respect. And once a man truly understands that his value comes from within, he stops chasing attention and starts attracting it. Many men unknowingly weaken their own attraction by constantly seeking approval. They believe that if they try harder, say the right things, agree more often, and show constant interest, they will become more desirable. But human psychology works differently. The more someone tries to prove their worth, the more it signals that they are unsure of it themselves. Deep, and that subtle signal changes how they are perceived. When a man constantly looks for a woman's validation, his behavior begins to revolve around her reactions. He measures his words carefully, hoping she will like them. He overthinks every message he sends. If she replies quickly, he feels relief. If she takes longer, he feels anxious. His emotional state begins to rise and fall based on her attention. Even if he doesn't say it out loud, his actions communicate a deeper message. Your opinion determines my value. This dynamic slowly erodes attraction because confidence is one of the most powerful psychological signals a person can display. Confidence tells others that you are comfortable with who you are. It shows that your identity is stable and not dependent on constant reassurance. But when someone repeatedly asks for approval through their behavior, it suggests the opposite. It suggests that they are uncertain about their own worth and need someone else to confirm it. Attraction rarely grows in environments where one person feels like they must constantly earn acceptance. Instead of appearing strong, the approval-seeking person appears dependent. Their energy shifts from being naturally expressive to being overly careful. They stop speaking freely because they fear disagreement. They hide their real opinions because they want to avoid rejection. In doing so, they slowly lose the authenticity that makes people interesting in the first place. There is also another powerful psychological effect at play. People naturally value what feels stable and emotionally grounded. When someone is always trying to impress, they appear unstable because their behavior constantly adjusts to please others. One moment they agree with everything, the next moment they change themselves just to maintain attention. This makes their personality feel uncertain and less trustworthy. Ironically, the more someone tries to prove their value, the more they reduce it in the eyes of others. True value is rarely announced or proven. It is simply expressed through presence and self-assurance. When a person genuinely believes in their own worth, they don't need to constantly demonstrate it. Their behavior becomes calm, natural, and consistent. They speak honestly without needing approval after every sentence. Approval seeking also removes an important element of attraction, mystery, and challenge. When someone is always available, always agreeable, and always trying to please, their behavior becomes predictable. There is no curiosity left to explore. The dynamic begins to feel one-sided because the other person senses that they already hold the emotional power. But when a man stops trying to earn approval and simply lives according to his values, his presence changes. He becomes more authentic because he is no longer filtering every thought through the fear of rejection. His opinions become clearer. His boundaries become stronger. His attention becomes something that is offered, not begged for. That shift in energy is immediately noticeable. Instead of chasing validation, he stands confidently in who he is. And that quiet confidence communicates something powerful without words. He values himself enough that he doesn't need constant reassurance from anyone else. That is the moment when attraction begins to grow naturally rather than being forced. Emotional independence is one of the most powerful qualities a person can develop, yet it is often misunderstood. Many people believe attraction is created by constant effort, by always being available, always showing interest, and always trying to prove how much they care. But real attraction is rarely built on dependency. It grows when someone demonstrates that their happiness, identity, and direction in life do not rely on another person's approval. When a man becomes emotionally independent, his mindset begins to change in subtle but powerful ways. Instead of constantly worrying about whether someone likes him, he focuses on living his own life with purpose and clarity. His priorities are not built around gaining validation. They are built around personal growth, ambitions, and values that exist regardless of anyone else's attention. This shift removes pressure from his interactions because he is no longer trying to race a certain outcome. People can sense this difference immediately. Emotional independence creates a calm presence that feels grounded and stable. A man who is emotionally independent does not panic when someone takes longer to reply to a message. He does not overanalyze every word in a conversation. He does not feel the need to constantly prove that he is interesting, funny, or impressive. Instead, he interacts naturally because he understands that his worth does not depend on being approved by someone else. This kind of confidence is deeply attractive because it signals strength without arrogance. It shows that a person has internal stability. Their emotions are not easily shaken by small shifts in attention or approval. In a world where many people rely on external validation to feel secure, someone who is emotionally self-sufficient stands out immediately. Another important aspect of emotional independence is that it restores balance in relationships. When someone desperately seeks validation, the dynamic becomes uneven. One person is constantly giving effort while the other simply receives it. Over time, this imbalance can reduce attraction because it removes the sense of mutual investment. But when a man is emotionally independent, he no longer places himself in that position. His attention becomes valuable because it is given by choice, not by need. This creates a psychological shift. When attention is freely given without dependency, it feels more meaningful. It shows that the person offering it has options, priorities, and a full life outside the interaction. Their interest feels genuine rather than desperate. This authenticity is what makes their presence more magnetic. Emotional independence also allows someone to express themselves honestly. They are not constantly filtering their words out of fear of losing approval. They can disagree respectfully, express their opinions, and maintain their boundaries without feeling threatened by the possibility of rejection. This authenticity creates deeper and more engaging interactions because people are drawn to those who are comfortable being themselves. Another powerful effect of emotional independence is that it shifts focus from chasing people to attracting them. When someone invests in their own growth, passions, and goals, they naturally become more interesting. Their life gains depth and direction. Instead of trying to impress others with words, they demonstrate value through the way they live. This is why emotional independence creates magnetism. It removes desperation and replaces it with quiet confidence. A man who is comfortable on his own does not need to chase attention because his energy already communicates stability, strength, and authenticity. And those qualities naturally draw people in without him having to force anything. Scarcity has a powerful effect on human psychology. People naturally place higher value on things that feel limited, rare, or not easily available. This principle appears in many areas of life, from economics to relationships. When something is constantly available with no effort required, the mind slowly begins to treat it as ordinary. But when access becomes less predictable or less guaranteed, attention and interest begin to rise. In relationships and attraction, attention itself becomes a form of value. When someone gives constant validation, constant availability, and endless effort without any boundaries, their attention starts to lose its psychological weight. It becomes something the other person expects rather than something they appreciate. This does not happen because people are intentionally ungrateful. It happens because the human mind adapts quickly to what becomes normal. When approval and attention are always present, they stop feeling special. The emotional reward becomes weaker because there is no uncertainty attached to it. The brain no longer experiences curiosity or anticipation, two emotions that play a powerful role in attraction. Without those feelings, interactions can slowly become routine and predictable. Scarcity changes this dynamic completely. When attention is no longer given endlessly and automatically, it begins to regain its value. This does not mean ignoring someone or playing manipulative games. Instead, it means living a full life where attention is shared selectively rather than constantly handed out. A person who values their time, energy, and focus does not give unlimited access to everyone around them. Their attention becomes meaningful because it is intentional. When someone suddenly realizes that your approval is not guaranteed, a subtle psychological shift begins. Curiosity appears. The mind starts asking questions. Why is this person different? Why are they not constantly seeking validation like others do? Why do they seem calm and focused on their own path instead of chasing attention? These questions create intrigue, and intrigue fuels attraction. Humans are naturally drawn to things they do not fully understand or cannot easily predict. When a man stops offering constant reassurance and instead focuses on living according engaging. Effort becomes mutual rather than one-sided. Each person begins to invest emotionally because the connection feels meaningful rather than guaranteed. Scarcity does not mean emotional distance or indifference. It simply means that attention is not given automatically to gain approval. It is given because the person truly values the interaction. When attention comes from choice rather than need, it carries more emotional weight. In this way, scarcity transforms the perception of value. When someone stops trying to constantly provide validation and instead focuses on their own life, their attention becomes something people notice and appreciate more deeply. The absence of constant approval makes every moment of genuine attention feel more significant, and that significance naturally increases attraction.